Hello, and welcome to a new episode of Gold Never Rusts that you can watch every Thursday at 9 p.m. In our program, we show you a number of immortal figures in society who have left their impact in either art, singing, literature, and many other different fields. No matter how much time passes, they are still within our hearts. Also, we are reminding you that you can participate in our program by calling us during the episode at 0100-33-11144. The character of our episode today is the League of Arab States, the Lady of Arab Singing, Shams al-Asil, and the owner of Infallibility and the Planet of the East, Kulthum. She is considered one of the stars of Egyptian art. She worked in the field of singing and acting and is considered one of the most famous stars in the Arab world and in the 20th century as well. She was born in 1998 AD in the village of Dakahleya Governorate. Despite the difficult financial situation of her family, her parents attached her to the village to learn and sing at an early age. So her distinctive talent appeared in reciting and memorizing the Quran. When she was young, Kulthum used to listen to her father's singing lessons from her brother Khalid. And that way, she learned a lot from him. Her father was impressed by the strength of her tone, so he asked her to join him for singing lessons. From here, her singing journey began at the age of 12, when her father took her to the fields to sing with him. One of the judges praised the beauty of her voice and said to her father that you have a treasure in your daughter's throat. Kulthum became the main source of her family by then. Her father met up with two sheikhs and persuaded them to move to Cairo with his daughter, and that's when her first step in her artistic path began. She performed the night of Isra and Mi'raj in Izz ad-Din Pasha Palace and won the admiration of the Lady of Qatar herself. Then her legend began in Cairo, and she owned a large music group, where Kulthum made a lot of great achievements that added to her history and added to the great image of her today. She has received many awards and many honors from different countries during her career, not just in Egypt. Let's move on to a report of Kulthum's most important achievements, the awards she's received, and a quick collection of her great songs. And we will be back with our guest of the day, which is a big surprise for all of you.
Kulthum had so many prizes from the whole world, and the largest prizes in Egypt for art and music. One of them, the Appreciation Award, when Dr. Sarwat Ukasha, the Minister of Culture, and with him the writer Yusuf al-Sibai, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Culture, went to the villa of the Lady of Arab Singing, Kulthum, on July 21st, the same day 1968, to hand her the State Appreciation Awards in Arts according to Al Ahram newspaper on its page, the last on July 22nd, 1968. And many more prizes, such as in 1944 she received the Order of Excellence in Egypt from King Farouk. In 1955 she was awarded the Lebanon Cedar Medal, and in the same year she received the Jordanian Medal of Resistance, as well as the Medal of Merit First Class from President Hisham al-Attasi. Kulthum had a close relationship with the late President Jamal Abdel Nasser, and he was keen to attend some of her concerts. And she also met the late Sheikh Zayed, President of the United Arab Emirates, in addition to the President of Tunisia, Iran, and the wife of the former Kuwait minister. She is the only Kulthum in the Arab world who collected from the ocean to the Gulf, and all the kings, princes, presidents, and ministers stood up to her, and everyone bowed to her and kissed her hand, big and small, with love, appreciation, and respect. The presidents of Egypt and Arab countries have always been keen to attend the set concerts and listen to her songs, whether inside or outside the granted land. And here is a collection of Kulthum based songs. With you, Mahmoud Zarbawi, Gold Never Rust Program, Cairo.
الحب كله كله حبيته فيك انت عمري.
Welcome back again. And now with our guest for today's episode, who is the granddaughter of Kulthum's sister, Sanaa Nabil. But before that, we want to remind you, if you want to give us a phone call, it is at 010-33-11144. Hello, Sanaa. We are so glad to have you today.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Sanaa, tell me more about your relative relationship with you and Kulthum.
I'm the granddaughter of Kulthum's sister, Saida. Kulthum considered my grandmother as her daughter as she did not give birth and she loved her so much, and so I consider myself as her granddaughter too.
And I know that you're a university student, so what exactly is your major? What do you study?
I study Arabic music and Arabic singing, and a large part of my specialization is about Kulthum and some other great singers and composers.
That's extremely interesting. So actually, you entered the artistic and lyrical community from the widest of its doors, and you're famous for your wonderful voice and singing as you got the Gold Buzzer in Arab's Got Talent 2019, right? So what is the reason behind this talent and success? Do you think it was inherited from you, from Kulthum?
Yes, definitely. I think it was inherited from her. Luckily, my parents discovered my talent at a very young age, at the age of 6, and they decided to develop that in me since then. I started singing in many parties and I won admiration of many people. And as you said, in 2019, I was in Arab's Got Talent, and from there my journey and fame started officially.
And in your opinion, what did Kulthum work did you think that added to the community?
Kulthum's performances helped shaping the Egyptian cultural and social life. Her musical style promoted the Egyptian ideology, as for her patriotic songs that played a significant role in uniting Egyptians.
Mm-hmm. To what extent did people love her in her time?
It was said that Arabs did not meet for anything except their love for Kulthum's voice, and that on the evening of the first Thursday of every month, families, friends, and lovers gathered to attend her parties, which was also broadcasted on the radio at that time.
That's extremely impressive. So now we have a phone call with Farah, one of the youth who is a big fan for Kulthum. Where are you from, Farah, and how old are you?
I am from Cairo and I am 21 years old.
And what do you want to share with us regarding our episode of Kulthum today?
I want to express the extent of my love for her, and that my mother makes me listen to all her songs due to the great meanings and art they contain. She is loved by all generations, even the younger generation at the present time. I made sure to go to her party recently with a hologram technology, and I was very happy and impressed.
And what are your favorite songs of Kulthum?
One of my favorite songs is Inta Amri.
Thank you, Farah, so much for your participation. Remember to call us at our number 010-33-111-44. So what is the secret behind her glasses and her handkerchief that she was always holding while singing?
Kulthum wore her famous glasses to hide the trace of swelling in her eyes due to thyroid disease.
Mm-hmm.
And the secret behind the handkerchief was that Kulthum became very nervous, and her intense perspiration as soon as the curtains opened and she saw the audience. She was very nervous.
All right. And Sanat, how's your family's condition and that of Egyptians on the day that Kulthum passed away?
My mother had told me that in 1975 her health conditions continued to be unwell, and that the newspapers reported daily about her condition. And on 3rd February 1975, Kulthum passed away due to kidney failure. It was an event that shook Egypt and the Arab world to the extent that her funeral, the crowds that gathered exceeded Gamal Abdel Nasser's funeral. More than 4 million people gathered to move her coffin across the city and lay her body in the land that gave her her voice.
May her soul rest in peace.
Thank you.
So in 1998, under the supervision of the Cultural Development Fund, the first committee was formed to search for and receive the belongings of Kulthum. She is the only woman who a museum was established for in Egypt bearing her name. She became a beacon of artistic and cultural radiation, and to preserve her very valuable heritage in order to communicate with various future generations. So, we will now go to a report, which will be a journey of Kulthum's museum, and we will go back, completing our conversation with the granddaughter of Kulthum, Sanat, to play with her a quick game.
Kulthum Museum, an artistic and cultural edifice that takes you on a journey through time. The museum contains personal belongings such as clothes, accessories, bags, shoes, and more, as well as some musical instruments and rare recordings and movies. One of the most interesting things are letters between Kulthum and a number of previous leaders and politicians. The museum also includes rare photos and a collection of rare medals from Arab governments. One of the other interesting halls in the museum is the Panorama Hall, showcasing pictures of her in different ages, as well as pictures of her movies and famous photos with artists, singers, and presidents of Arab countries. Aside from the displays which hold all this item, there is a cinema hall where you can watch a documentary on Kulthum in Arabic and translated into English and French, showing parts of her life, as well as parts of her movies and concerns in Egypt and the Arab world. With you, Mahmoud Zerbawi, Gold Never Rust Program, Cairo.
We are back again with our lovely guest Sanaa. Now it's time to play a game with you. You will pick 2 papers randomly from this box and you will have to sing for us a part of the song showed for you of Kulthum. Are you ready?
Yes, sure.
Okay, great. Let's start.
The song is دارت الأيام.
I love that song.
ودارت الأيام ومرت الأيام ودارت الأيام ومرت الأيام ما بين بعد وخصام وقابلته نسيت اني خاصمته ونسيت الليل اللي سهرته وقابلته نسيت اني خاصمته وسمحت عذاب قلبي وحرته معرفش ازاي انا كلمته.
Sanaa, that was lovely. Really good job. I'm sure the audience want to hear another one, so could you go ahead and pick?
فكروني.
Okay.
كلموني تاني عنك فكروني صحوا نار الشوق في قلبي.
Thank you so much, Sanaa. That was really, really great. So the memory of the great Kulthum will always remain engraved in our hearts, as she was not the only icon of Arab singing, but also one of the symbols of the entire Middle East. Kulthum left us with a great history that lives with us to this day, and with her wonderful artwork and successful achievements, making her one of the most important and influential women in the Arab world. This was the end of our today's episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. Share with us your expectations on the character of our next episode on our Facebook message page, which is called Gold Never Rusts As You Know It. Thank you, Sanaa, and goodbye.